Today's discussion is going to be killing of the ego. Killing of the ego. Well, I know some of you are probably saying, what does that have to do with Freemasonry or the Order of the Eastern Star? Well, it actually has a lot to do with it. It really, really does. It really has a lot to do with it. Because in both the Order of the Eastern Star and also in Freemasonry, you're told to wait with patience. And some of us are so anxious about everything, to do everything, to go everywhere, to be part of everything, until we miss the point of being patient. Patience, they say, is a virtue, but the ego sometimes can kill the patience that's in you. You know exactly what I'm saying. But before I go any further, I just want to say once again, welcome everybody who's coming in, who's tuning in. If you see this later on today, just be reminded, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, and when notifications come up, I love to have you on and see what you got to say in the chat. And you know what? Dang, today is a pretty good day here in San Diego. This is all right. It's gonna get a little rain later on, but let me finish this up. So, as we look at the topic for the day of killing the ego, and I just spoke in regards to having patience. You gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. And let me explain to you the reason why you have to have patience. Now, if you've ever been down south or in a place where the two-lane freeway is going, the two-lane highways, you got cars going this way and cars coming toward you. And just so happens there's a car in front of you who's going a little bit more slower than you would like to go. You want to speed it up. You have some place you want to go. You got to get there. So you're somewhat in a rush, right? And then you make the decision to go around that car, not looking and knowing ahead of you there is some oncoming traffic. Because you were not patient enough to understand that the person in front of you seen something that you did not see. Your view was obstructed. So when you tried to go around that car, you met with oncoming traffic. So therefore, if you was involved in a accident of some sort, or maybe you missed the car, you got to kill that ego. The ego was in you, was saying, yeah, you could take it, you can go on, man, you're in a rush. You got to kill the ego. Now let me tell you, as you already know, probably know, I don't know, but there are multiple differences in a variety of egos. Multiple. There's just a lot of different types of egos. But you have to be one who understands when to put it down and when to bring it out. And a lot of people don't know when to put it down or bring it out. What a lot of people do with the ego, it is always out. The ego is always out and it's never turned off. So you have to learn how to kill the ego. You got to put it to rest. You got to kill it. Because if you don't, you're going to always have misunderstandings in life. You're going to always look at things from only one point of view and it's yours. But when you're able to kill the ego, when you're able to put it to sleep, when you're able to do those things in life, you're able then to see things from another advantage point, not just your own point of view. But in life, we are so dogmatic about I'm right and you are wrong until we miss a great moment of having a different experience and seeing things from a different perspective or point of view because of our egos. So therefore, you have to put it to death. You have to put the ego down. Because if you don't, it's going to destroy you. It's going to tear you from the inside out. And egos have done that to a lot of people. When your ego destroys you, or when you allow your ego to destroy you, it's hard to come back from that. People don't want to talk to you no more. When you're so self-absorbed in your own well-being, your own person, people can't deal with that. You have to have space inside of you to move some things around to give you the better opportunity, the better viewpoint, the better advantage point in seeing something from a different angle. If the person who was in front seen the traffic and seen that there was something else going on, and if the person who was behind him had just a little bit more patience to kill the ego instead of flopping himself up, maybe, just maybe, he could have saved tragedy. He could have saved himself from having such a tragedy accident. But because he wasn't patient enough, and I'm talking about me too, because some people be in front of me, I be like, man, I gotta get somewhere. But you know what? Maybe if I'd have left 5 minutes earlier, I could have gotten there without rushing. Maybe if I'd have just waited 5 minutes later, maybe if I'd have just got up on time, if I'd have done those things, I wouldn't be in the position that I am now. If I would have done those things, but because of my ego, because of my aggressiveness, because of that I can do it attitude, which is okay. I'm not saying it is not okay. It caused me to have trouble in my life. You've been there. Come on now. Some of you have been places and you could have backed down. You could have said, you know what, I don't even want to deal with it. You could have backed down. You could have walked away. But because your ego was like, and everybody was looking, you didn't want to back down. Everybody looking. So you was like, oh, no. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to back down. I don't care who's looking. It's okay. Oh, he's a punk. He's a bitch. He ain't nothing. It's all right to walk away from a toxic situation. It's okay. It's okay to pull over and let somebody go past you since they're in such a big ass hurry. It's okay. It's okay when you see danger coming and the person behind you is like, bump, bump, bump. It's okay. It's really all right to take care of yourself. It's really okay to love you. It's really okay to share yourself with someone who respects you. It's really all right. But the ego is going to have to be put to sleep. Never said kill it as far as make it dormant. I'm saying that you can put it to sleep. You can kill it softly. Because we all look. Let's be honest. We all need an ego. let's not get that. No, we all need an ego because an ego, although can be detrimental, can be very, very helpful. An ego can be very, very helpful, but you have to know when to awaken that beast. You have to know when to let it out. You have to know that. And when you don't know that, and that ego is always lit, it's going to have you in some bad situations. It's going to have you in some bad situations. This is why it's very important to understand the first lesson that you was taught when you came through the doors is to wait with patience. Some people have been waiting a long time, and some people waited just a short period of time. But in the process of waiting, what did you learn? What did you get? I would tell you, for myself, it took me a minute to kind of understand that. But as I was able to grasp it for myself, when I'm in line and there's a long line, or when I'm on the phone, there's a long hold. When I'm doing something and I have to be patient, I'm reminded of the first time I was told to wait with patience until the worthy matron or wishful master summons me. That's what I was told. So in the process, I'm reminded of that very first lesson that I was taught. Wait with patience. And in the process, I'm able to put the ego down. I'm able to see it from a different point of view. And that's something we all have to get a hold to. That's something we're going to all have to learn is to hold on, ego. Before you jump up and get me in trouble, get my ass kicked. Hold on, ego. Hey, good morning. What's going on, Brother Hunter? Today's topic is killing the ego. looking at things from a different point of view, somebody else's point of view, not just my own. I've learned that lesson, and I'm pretty proud that I have. I'm able to. I'm telling you about me. I'm able, and it's not boasting or bragging, but I've gotten to a point where I'm able to listen to someone and let them get everything they got to say out, even if they're angry. I'm able to listen to them and hear the frustration and anger in them, and then talk to them calmly without raising my voice. And I'm like, I likes that. I likes that. I like that I'm at this point in my life to when people are angry or upset at something or even at me, I can allow them without getting angry or upset myself to confront all of their frustration out and be okay with it. And don't bat an eye. Don't get angry. Don't raise my voice. I learned that lesson because what it has helped me to do is to see things from their point of view and then be able to give a reasonable response to why they're so upset or angry at me. I don't always have to meet hate with hate. I don't always have to meet anger with anger. I don't have to. And when I got to that point, I was like, yeah, I like it. It puts me in a different perspective. And it goes with me meditating. It goes with me sitting and having conversations with the ancestors. It goes with me and lighting an incense and sitting there and just doing some deep breathing. It resonates in my being for me. That resonates in my being. So what it does is then I have to try and really, really do what I say, as far as if I'm gonna tell you to be the example, well, damn it, I got to be the example. If I'm gonna tell you, hey, be patient, then I have to be patient. I can't tell you something and I'm not trying it or doing it myself. I can't do it. I can't tell you, hey, I love my brothers of the craft. No, I can't do that. And then I'm not showing it. I can't say I respect you and then I'm dissing you every chance I get. I'm saying something underhand or sly. I can't do it. I have to be able to uh, uh, be patient, give you a phone call, listen to what you have to say, because there can be some miscommunication, there can be some misunderstandings. You know, sometimes you have to just pick up the phone to call the person and just see this texting thing that we got going on. What we think is great communications, it's not. In a sense, it's beautiful to use, but sometimes you miss. There's some things missing in that. You know, when you're on the phone with someone, you can hear their voice, if it's elevated, if it's low. You can kind of detect if they're sincere or if they're not. In a text message, in a post, you can't do that either way. So someone may take what you're saying a little slighted. Well, what did he mean by that? You know, because you were reading directly what the post says. And maybe it did not necessarily mean it that way. But because you may have an attitude with that person. That's another thing. You may have an attitude with that person. And because that person said something, you thought it was slick. Because you got an attitude. He or she may not even know that you're upset with them. He or she may not even know that, damn, you looking at me that way? Until you have the conversation and ask that person whatever you need to ask them, understanding that you or her or him, whomever, you have to remain calm. You have to. When you're having a conversation with a person that you disagree with, you really disagree with them. They're on your last freaking nerve. When you're having that, you have to remain calm and listen to what they're saying. I'm not saying that you want to agree with everything. I'm saying that the best thing you can do is to listen to what they're saying. How y'all doing today? All right, get that walk on, get that sunshine. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yes, indeed. You have to be able to take that focus, take that energy, and wrap it up and say, breathe, and be able to listen, because you're not going to agree with everything that person says, especially if it's referring to you. But when you are able to go and have that conversation with them, just maybe you'll find the misunderstanding. Just maybe if he or she would have worded it a little bit differently. Just maybe. That's the beauty of it all. This is why it's important to take that ego, take the ego, and put it to sleep. When time comes, the ego will arise. Sometimes you don't even have to call the ego. It'll just pop up. Boom. What up? I'm ready to kick some ass. What up? The ego is like that, man. Everyone got one. Everyone has one. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, man, it's because of you, such and such and such and such. I did this. It was because of you, such and such and such and such. Man, I love this. It's because of you. See, if I allow the pride in me and the ego in me to build up, I'm only looking at me. Oh, look what I did. Ah, man, look at what I did. Yeah, that's beautiful, isn't it? So what? What's next? What's next. Look at what you did. Did you do it because it was something righteous to do, or was it selfish to do and you wanted to get some clout or some pull for it? And sometimes people do that. Sometimes people will just do things to aggravate you. That's what they'll do. And we have to realize that when that is taking place, you have to take a step back. You have to take a step back. And it's only good when you do that. The best thing you can ever do for someone else or for yourself, sometimes is take a step back and watch. You don't have to say anything. If you think someone don't like you and you believe that, take a step back and watch them. If somebody, that's all you have to do. You don't even have to confront them. If you believe that someone doesn't like you, take a step back and watch. You'll find it. You'll see it. It'll come right to you and tap you on the shoulders. Hey. One or two things you're gonna find out. I didn't know they was like that. They really don't like me. Or, man, that was just a freaking misunderstanding. That's what you're gonna find. But you have to be woman enough or man enough to stand on your point, to stand on your square. You're gonna have to be woman enough or man enough to tell your ego, hold on, bro, hold on. Let me see what's really going on before I amp this game up. Because the ego is ready. Oh man, the ego is ready to let loose. It's ready to fire it up. At any time that you feel wrong, the ego is ready to step in place. He ain't gonna talk to me that way. He don't know who I am. She don't know who I am. Talk to me that way? Nah. You need to take your ego and say, let's tone it down. Let's get a better understanding. There may be some miscommunication. Breathe a little bit. Hey, sis, what's really going on? Well, you know, Hey, sis, come on. Tone it down just a little bit. I need to really hear what you got to say. I really want to understand what you... Well, no, sis. Hold it down. The same thing goes for the brother. Well, you know, he should have never said that. You know, the next time he says that, I'm going to whoop it. No. Hold it down, bro. Breathe. Because there may be a misunderstanding. There are other things that are playing in the play that you don't see. He never comes to a meeting. She never comes to a meeting. You don't know the situation at hand. Find out why they don't come. Why they can't pay their dues. And when you find it out, then you deal with it. You work with it. But I'm not going to cut your legs from up under you. No. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. But there are some, probably many out there, who are waiting to cut your legs from up under you, waiting for you to fall. There are some out there who don't want to see you be successful. Hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. You know, this is where we're at. There are people out there who want to see you fail. Take a step back and watch them. There are people out there that want to see you successful. Draw them onto you. You know, raise that vibration. If you want something in life, see yourself in that position. See yourself there. Look, this talk just isn't for you, it's for me too. Hear me clearly. This talk that we're having is not just for you, it is for me too. Yeah, it is. It's so true. You want to see yourself somewhere? Put yourself there. Start here first. By the renewing of your mind, the change of thought, those who bring you something and those who take something from you. If you can't replace anything in me, you're always taking, I can't have you around me. Hear me clearly. If you're always taking, when I see you, you got troubles on top of troubles on top of troubles. All you're doing is taking from me. I have to stop that. Nah, I'm good. Talk to you later. Because I need something. I need something other than you taking it out from me and taking it away. I need something to be replaced. And when you replace the thing that have been taken from you, then you can say, okay, I got it now. I have a better understanding. I see it from a different point of view, a different perspective. I don't have to get all riled up. I don't have to do all those things, because I would tell you this, and you probably already know, when you get upset, okay, when you are mad and angry, your whole body language and chemistry within your body changes. When you are mad or angry, the whole chemistry within your body becomes angry and mad. Your body tenses up. It's not relaxed. Everything in you begins to change. The way you look, the way you talk, the way you walk. When you become angry, the whole aspect of you changes. Greetings, everybody who's coming on. I appreciate that. What's going on with you? Greetings, Brother Teller. Charles Hunter, big shout out to you. Brother Bay, what's happening? You know? So this is where we're at. So look, once again, I'm going to get ready to go, but I'll tell you this. The raising in the desert is about a month away. I can't wait. I'm looking for a joyous occasion to fellowship with my brothers. This is what I really enjoy about this great organization. It's the true essence of fellowship, and I want to be around brothers who have my best interests. I want to be around brothers who want to see me succeed. If you do not want to see me succeed, there's no need of you coming around me. If you don't want me to be successful, I don't need you coming around me. Nah, and I don't need to be around you, because I only want to be around those individuals or those people who want to be successful. Do not bring me your headache. Well, you know, every time. No, I don't bring that to me. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Not at all. Can't handle it. I can't. Do you know how much that takes out of you? Man, that's a lot. That is a lot that is taken out of you. A lot. So look, I appreciate each of you for tuning in, for coming in and having these few quick minutes with me. It's a beautiful day. I hope it doesn't rain. They say we may get a little bit, but that's okay. But being with you today, seeing these names pop up, means a lot to me. Let me see what's going on. Hold on, let me see who was that just popped up. What's going on, Clay? What's happening with you, bro? I appreciate you. Sylvester Williams, what's happening? Seeing these names pop up mean a lot to me. And I hope and I pray that you're doing well today. And I'm going to share this with you, and I may have already shared it with you. So on yesterday, I went into a patient's room, and you know, this patient is lying in bed, and man, everything about them says death. But the life in the person, everything says they're going to be okay. I look at the person, everything about him says death. But when the person speaks, everything about him says life. I want to leave you with that. Peace and be well. Until next time, keep your light on, stay out the bushes. I am not your study guide, but I am here to help you study. Peace and be well. I'm out.